recorded version, it's going to sound pretty keith. Okay, we're using the old microphone. I broke my lapel microphone today, I ripped it off, so I'll get that fixed. But for now, you're going to have to bear with pretty, from what I can remember when we used it last. Not that anybody bothers, it's just me. Doesn't sound the best. Right, okay, we're going to do one and one only mobilisation movement, and then we're going to get the heart rate up, we're going to get moving. So, in fact, I'm going to give you the choice. You can either do the hoo-ha one, or you can tuck the chin in. If you're feeling a bit tight on the lower back, glutes, hamstrings, you can go for that one. Okay, it's your choice, it's your warm-up. So from here, I'm going to be doing this one. Why? Because it just hits all the right places for me, okay? So I'm going to lift my hips up, and I'm going to push back onto my heels. But like I say, if your hamstrings, lower back, glutes are feeling really, really tight, then I recommend doing the one where you roll your spine up into a ball as you descend towards your feet, because we don't quite get the same intensity with this one. But if you're just looking for something that's going to hit a bit of everything, get stuck into it and make the most of it. Remember, be proactive within the stretch. It's not so much a static stretch, it's more you trying to mobilise yourself. So shift the hips left to right, shift the upper body side to side. Feel free to add the grabs in just now where you're reaching across the opposite foot. Well, opposite foot, but first of all I'm going to reach up and drop my hips down. Okay, now, I think it was it wasn't last night. What night is this? Thursday. It was Tuesday night. Tuesday night we had a bit of a burner for the old core. So if your core's feeling a bit tender, a bit tight, this is where you're really going to feel the benefit of this stretch. Okay, we're going to get that core, those abdominals anyway, at least up the front, nice and loose. Attack the weakness, attack the tightness. And from here, I'm lifting back up to what will be the second and final hold. So this is where I would encourage you now to start getting those reach acrosses, where you're getting your right arm reaching across to try and grab your left leg. Okay, aim for the knee. If that's easy, aim for the shin. If that's easy, aim for the ankle. Okay, but you're trying to do that without breaking form, everybody. So you do it by pushing the hips up and back more. Hopefully, you feel that stretch in hands, in the hammies, in the groin, and then we'll drop it back down for one more. Okay, get us going, loosen us off a bit. Again, it's just giving you a chance to feel and see what's maybe feeling like it's needing a wee bit of a better warm-up before we get into it tonight. Good, and then from here everybody, we're going to get into our swings, our side swings and our toe touches. Let's get it done, okay? So swings, side swings and toe touches, our hip sequence. We're going for our hip sequence first tonight. Mixing it up, okay? So I want you to keep the toes, let's start refining these leg swings. I want the toes point up towards your knee. Okay, you're going to give yourself a better stretch at the extreme swing. Remember, we're not only focusing on trying to take it higher, we're trying to take it further back as well. Change legs when you're ready. Take as long as you need with this. I was contemplating a low intensity workout, but I've decided, and you'll probably notice, we're not really doing as many of them just now. And that's only because you've got Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday of circuits. And in my opinion, it's better to give you a bit of variation, proper circuits, keep the intensity up. And if you feel like you need a low intensity workout, there's plenty of easier ones to choose from already. Okay, we don't see, we probably do see each other quite a lot here, but we don't see each other all that much. Like I say, you've got Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday circuits. Okay, so I would rather make those circuits more worthwhile for those, I don't even know what to say, for you to dip in and out of as you need. Because obviously some of you will be doing your own training, or different forms of other training in your own time, and you might be using the circuits to assist that. Other people, the circuits are your training and it's your only form of training. So to throw in a low intensity workout when you might not need one might be a bit of a waste. Right, so remember, with these hip hinges that we're doing, Do them until they feel good. Okay, and keep practicing them if they're not quite feeling right, they're not quite feeling coordinated. Okay, keep focusing on trying to learn the movement pattern. Okay, so you're pushing those hips back, you're trying to keep the spine neutral until you at least get your hands to the ground. And then from there, you can break form to get your lower back into it a wee bit. Right, we're going to get the knees warmed up. Hands on the knees, a wee bit chilly tonight, depending on where you are. You might be in a nice warm building, but some of you might be outside. Let's get these joints warmed up, okay, because we're going straight in. The first exercise is going to be a variation of the squat. So I just want you to make sure that you're ready for a squat. So you're pushing those knees forwards. Again, it might be your knees that are feeling a wee bit tender. Or it might be your ankles are feeling a wee bit tight. But either way, that's the one for it. Set yourself up for the perfect squat and let's mobilise the hips into the perfect squat. So well, in fact, I'm going to have to shout a wee bit more tonight if I've not got my wee ding-donger on me. I'm going to have to shout over there, so bear with me, I'm not losing the plot that much. Right, okay, so we're going to squat down, we're going to pull those knees apart. Perfect squat. Most of us are going to need a bit of work done into the groin, okay? So don't let those feet slide wide. That's another thing. Again, if you're on a slidey floor and your groin's pretty tight, you'll find that your feet start to swivel out. So really drive those toes into the ground. Pull the knees apart with the elbows, and when you're able to, pull the knee away, and even if your knee doesn't move away from your elbow, even just trying to do that is going to increase the tension and the stretch, and it's going to hopefully start to loosen you off a little bit, especially if you're feeling tight. If, the big if, you're feeling tight in the groin. Stand back up. So again, use these. Address what's feeling tight, try to make it feel like you're getting down. We're going to do one more after this, so 3 in total. Make the most of them. We're going straight in. First exercise tonight is a variation of the jump squat without giving too much away. So I want you to make sure right now, if you're feeling pretty tight in your squat, if your squat's feeling pretty restricted, get stuck into whatever's feeling tight, whether it's ankles, groin, whether it's you just need to get down there and warm the muscles up. Good. When you're ready, of course, release. You don't have to be pacing me, but this is going to be number 3. This is my final one. And for number 3, that should be it now. It should start to feel like I'm getting down there without anything really jamming. So I'm down. Sure, your muscles might be tired, they might be sore, but we can always get rid of the stiffness, okay, brought about not moving for a period of time or from exercise. So you should be able to restore your normal range of movement, okay. Here we are now, let's do it, okay. If you need a sip of water, should I even say that? Don't, just get going, jog on the spot. Nice and light on the toes. 3 big breaths. Do them, don't do them, but I'm going to do them. 3 big breaths in and out, trying to exhale completely and empty the lungs. Shake the arms. I want you to try and make these shoulders feel nice and heavy. If they're feeling heavy, if they're feeling tense, just try and get rid of it and reset your brain a wee bit. Get in the zone. Ladder circuit, right. It's only 6 exercises. Plenty of rest. Over and done with, usually pretty damn quick. And I'm ready for it. Get the chest swings on, okay? Start off by pulling those arms back, squeezing the upper back muscles, squeezing the shoulder blades together, but at the same time, trying to focus on a good quality stretch across the chest and shoulders. Good. Think about the foot. Think about the foot. Think about the feet. Nice and light on the toes, nice and fast on the toes, please. We're trying to get warm. Good. And then we're going straight arms up. Tonight's exercises. Oh, should we practice them? No. We're going to practice one of the 6 because chances are when we get to it, I'll be struggling to breathe. And I would rather you had a head start in practicing because it's a wee bit complicated. Not really, it's just coordinated. From the side, up. Palms facing at the top. Palms facing at the top. Good. Keep those shoulder blades pulled together and down. And as mentioned, you just need yourself tonight, no equipment needed. Just yourself. Good. Nice punches forwards, flick of the fingers, full extension of the arms, full pull back. The hand should be coming back to the chest. You're locking those elbows out only briefly and then pull the arms back in. And then from the centre, we're going to go out to the sides. Okay, again, same again, full extension of those arms. Get nice and warm, get nice and loose. Good. And then overhead press style. Now remember, boom, bring the elbow down. If you need to slow it down to get the movement pattern correct, so be it. Don't default to this, please. None of that. Go for it. Good. Keep on punching up. Someone's dropped out. Keep that going. Good, and steady there. Shoulder shrugs up and forwards. Big shoulder shrugs. Okay, we're going for it. Good. Big shrugs forwards and big shrugs back. If you've just so happened to join us right about now, fear not, okay? At the bare minimum, swings, side swings and toe touches. Get them done now. Make yourself mobile for a squat, okay? At the bare minimum. First exercise is going to be a squat movement pattern. So if you're feeling a wee bit tight, get some swings, side swings, toe touches and a few squats done. Is that us? We're good to go. How are we on live? Jam at the bit. Excited. 30 seconds and we're starting. It's a ladder circuit. Now before we start, you need to get this exercise in your head. It's a shuffle. You know the shuffle? When we used to do the jumping jack shuffles with the feet, it's like doing a flutter kick. This isn't the first exercise, by the way. This is me giving you a head start. This is what a shuffle is. So when I refer to a shuffle, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is what it is. Happy with that? Yes. First exercise tonight is not a shuffle. It's a jumping jack, jump squat. Okay? Boom. I want those squats perfect. 3, 2, 1. We go for it. Nice and tall, nice and proud throughout. I want the best squats. Think about these squat mechanics. We've been slowing things down, everybody, on the previous circuits. We've been going back to basics to give everybody a chance to really try and refine their technique. So you've refined it, don't let it go to waste. Focus on pulling those knees apart, focus on driving those toes into the ground, focus on keeping the chest proud, and by proud chest, I don't mean trying to stay vertical, I mean don't let the chest collapse, rest, 30 seconds, breathe. Good. Okay, round 2 of the ladder circuit. Jumping jack, jump squats to begin with. Then we're going to be doing 2 press ups. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4 shoulder taps. With the shoulder taps, keep the core tight. I don't want, okay, I want control. Stand by, jumping jack, jump squats. Go. So it's 2 press ups, full or on the knees. If you're doing your press ups on the knees, I want you in the full press up position for your shoulder taps. Are we clear? Good. So in 10 seconds time, 2 press ups, 4 shoulder taps. But let's call them shoulder grabs because there should be a grab. I want control. Keep making sure. Go. 2 press ups, the best you can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure in your shoulder grabs, just like your press ups, your feet and your knees are together. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're really trying to minimize any lateral movement in the hips. I say minimize, it's going to be tough, but that's where the core works. Rest. So from that position, you're trying to minimize this. Okay, there's going to be a little bit of that. But if you keep your core tight and squeeze the butt, you're going to minimise it. Don't let the hips raise, okay? Right, this time we're doing crab toe touches. Love them, hate them, we're going to be doing them, okay? Stand by, jumping jack, jump squats. Crab toe touches, 1, 2, okay? Just in case you don't know. Stand by, jumping jack, jump squat. Let's get our heads in the zone here, please. Stop being distracted just because you're in your living room. Okay. Ready to go when that buzzer goes, please. Good. 2 press ups, 4 shoulder taps. Nice and dynamic tonight, all our exercises. Lot of movement. Stand by, thumb down. 2 controlled press ups, full or on the knees, then in the full press up position for our shoulder grabs, and you can see if you're watching me, it's about control, trying to minimise the movement in my hips. Next exercise is our crab toe grabs, toe touches, but I want you, again, controlling, just like this movement, not just rushing it. Go, crab position, reach and grab. Your leg should be straight, and I want you to feel that you have to reach for your toes. Don't bend your knee or bring your foot closer to make it easy, because then all that is literally a crab toe touch with zero core work. You can see here, I have to reach, hoot, and that's what, I lose my balance, that's what works for core, okay? Thank you, good. So look, okay, my leg, arm far away, reach and grab. That's what's really going to work the core, that's why it's a core exercise. If you lift the leg up, okay, not so good. 15 seconds jumping jack, jump squats. Right, I showed you before. Shuffles, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump lunge 1, jump lunge 2. Feet together, 1, 2, 3, 4. Feet together, lunge 1, lunge 2. Separate them. Go. Jumping jack. So just like jumping jack, jump squats we're doing just now, separate the two movements. Don't try and blend them into one. That's when coordination goes to pot. Same with that one, 4 shuffles, then 2 jumping lunges. Always bringing your feet together before you start each one. 2 press ups, 4 shoulder grabs, go. Down we go. No setup required. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the pace I'm after for my shoulder grabs. Good, high quality press ups. And you already know, when the buzzer goes now, we're on to crab toe grabs. So remember, on those shoulder grabs, too late, go. On those shoulder grabs, really try to stop any movement in your hips. Straight leg, reach forwards. It's better to have a straight leg, to try and reach and not be able to reach your toes, than to bend your knee so that you can grab your toes. Because by bending your knee, you're taking any hope of engaging the core out of it. Stand up, shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4, feet together. Lunge 1, lunge 2, feet together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lunge 1, lunge 2. Only try and go fast when you're happy with the movement pattern. Remember these shuffles, it is literally like a flutter kick, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and tall, nice and vertical on my lunges. Great work. Fantastic, everybody. I keep panicking because I keep reaching and my microphone's not there. Good. I don't even know how it sounds. Maybe it doesn't sound that bad and I don't need to wear that annoying contraption every time. Right. This time, fast alternative V-sits, powerful up, powerful up. Want to get as much of your upper body off the ground as you can. Jumping jack, jump squats, stand by, come on, go. Should have had a drink of that water at the start of the 30 seconds, not when the buzzer was about to go. Yes, let's go. Oh, there's another one. Just start now, how dare you? Right, work hard. Let's get it done, everyone. Shuttle. Shuttle? What? Shuttle? Where did that word come from? Right, I've got Tourette's, I didn't even know about it. Press up. Shoulder grabs. Down we go. Ladder circuit's what I meant to say. We're really getting there. Okay, this is going to be run through 5 exercises now. Hips down. Minimise the side to side movement. If that means slowing it right down, so be it. It's a core exercise. Feel the core work here. Next up, crab toe grabs. Stand by. Straight into the crab position. No setup required, but good to go. Now with this, the arm that's on the ground, I want you to push into the ground. That push into the ground is going to give you more balance and stability. And remember, I'm reaching forwards. I'm reaching to grab my toes. If I can't get there, that's better than this. Don't do this. 4 shuffles, 2 jumping lunges. Go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lunge 1, lunge 2. I like these kind of movements because they're coordinated. You have to think about it, which means I'm not thinking so much about struggling to breathe. My muscles burning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, fast alternative V-sits next. Flatten your back. Lift one leg straight, reach for it. Lift the other leg, reach for it. Remember, I'm aiming for the ceiling, not my toes. I'm going to come up and probably touch my toes, but that's only because they're in the way. I want you to try and go further. Explode vertically, up, down under control, up, down under control. Rest there. Right, okay. Believe it or not, it's the last climb the ladder. This is why I like ladder circuits. Hard work's almost done. Another favourite of mine, it's all about me. Burpee with 4 mountain climbers. A burpee out, nice and tight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feet together, then up, then, we'll jump tonight, why not? Stand by, jumping jack, jump squats. Jumping jack, jump squat. The last time you're going to be doing these tonight now. Focus on your breathing. And as always, focus on the exercise you're doing, not what you've still got to do. Two press-ups, 4 very controlled shoulder grabs. Let's go. Down 1, down 2, grab 1, grab 2. Really challenge yourself not to move. Squeeze the core, squeeze the butt. Really try and keep that core tight. Minimise the side sway. Crab toe grabs next. So rather than just think, oh, too late, go. Rather than just thinking about grabbing your shoulder, I want you to think about the core. Put that in your thought while you're moving that arm. And that's when you'll control the exercise. Keep these controlled also. It's not so much about speed, it's about good quality reach. And again, engagement of the core. Shuffles times 4, lunges times 2. Let's get up. 1, 2, 3, 4 shuffles. With these lunges, make sure you're stepping forward far enough. Proud body, vertical body. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine you're balancing a plate on your head. That's the whole point in a lunge. You'll keep it nice and vertical. Keep the drive in the legs and the glutes. Alternative V-sets. Fast, down, up, down, under control. Up, down, under control. So although it's fast, the only real fast part is the explosive reach up. Now, we're controlling the descent. Right, you know what's next? It's a burpee with 4 mountain climbers. Be quick. React when the buzzer goes. Don't get a sneaky breather. Up. Just get up. Go straight into the first rep. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feet together. Big jump. Straight into the next rep. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want your mountain climbers perfect. Okay? Core tight. Your knees are almost scraping the ground because you've got yourself set up in the full press up position again, remember. That's what it's all about. Relax. Well done. Right, The longest, toughest run through is done in the bag. From here, it's just a race to the end. You know all the exercises now. Look on the bright side, we've lost one of them. Jumping jack, jump squats, so we're going straight in. In 5 seconds, so get yourself set up. Do press ups, shoulder grabs. Remember what I said, go. On your shoulder grabs, think about the core. Keep your mind on the core. You can see how slow I'm going. I'm trying to keep it in the core instead of just grabbing as fast as I can. Control, control. Good press ups, good press ups. All about the control. Crab toe grabs next. Be ready for it. Straight into it, roll onto your butt. Go. Drive the arm into the ground as you reach. Drive, drive. New word. Keep going. Shuffles, lunges. Get ready for them. It's turning into my favourite exercise. Straight up. Shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4. Vertical body. Now remember, when you're lunging, be conscious of your knee position. Your knee, just like a squat, should be either in line with your toes or going to the outer part of your foot, away from your midline of your body. It should never be caving in. You should never look like me. Exaggerating a bit, yes, but never. What am I doing? Shut up. Fast, go. As if everybody's able to watch that. Go, up. V-sits. So just like squats, we want to consciously make sure that our knees are not caving in. So almost think about pulling your knee apart. But another thing that'll fix that is you driving your toe, your big toe, more than anything into that ground. It'll give you a bit more stability. Straight up on your feet, don't even think, just go. Burpee, out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember everyone, keep the core tight. Don't let those hips sag. Catch those hips with the glutes and the lower back. Don't sag them, because that, combined with the mountain climbers, it's enough to knock your lower back. So make sure you're not just relying on your reflexes, okay? Relax. When you jump those feet out, of course your core, lower back and glutes are going to engage to some degree. Don't just rely on that, it's not enough. Back it up by being conscious and tensing them up more. Squeeze the core harder, squeeze the butt harder, and you'll feel the difference. You should feel solid at the hips, not floppy, not soft. 3 seconds, crab toe touches. Yes it is, go. That was quick. I was just about to make the usual boo. So far so good, I think. No one's waving at the screen yet anyway to tell me that I've done it all wrong. Good. What are you doing, man? Crab toe touches. Shuffle times 4. Lunges times 2. Up we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Think about the knees. Pull them apart. Pull it apart, just like a squat. Not to the point where your foot's starting to prise off the ground. Just enough to keep the knee stable and not let it cave in. If your knees are caving in, slow your reps down. Or even if it's that bad, resort to a regular lunge until you've got control of it in your head. Fast alternate resets. Let's do it, man. Let's go. Up, down. It's this point in the circuit where heart rate's up, muscles are starting to get tired, but you know it's nearly home time. You can see the end almost. You just have to tune in and push it hard. Don't ease off. Intensity if you're struggling. Keep giving it your all. Burpees. Stand by. Straight to your feet. Remember, don't even think about taking that breath. Just go out. Rep 1. If you do that, you'll block your conscious mind with something like this that requires coordination. You'll start thinking about, oh right, okay, mountain climbers, burpee, jump, core tight. You'll forget about needing to breathe for that split second. It just lets you get that mental edge. Whoa. Well done everyone. We're cleaning up now. 3 exercises on this run through. Only 3, 90 seconds of work. Oh man, it's living up to the name. It's Cassona in here now. In 10 seconds. Shuffle times 4, lunges times 2. Really focus on those lunges. Perfect lunges. Sensible, safe lunges. Get it done. You ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big, reaching steps, forwards and backwards. Okay, a lot of us just focus on that front leg. Make sure you're throwing that back leg behind you as well. Giving myself that good platform, good foundation, where you're not only driving through the front leg, but you're driving through the back leg as well, so think about those toes. Fast alternate V-sits. I'm down, I'm on my back. Right, okay. This is just a matter of being powerful. Control. It's not the most demanding in cardio. Gives me a chance to almost breathe. But already I'm thinking now, right, those burpees are coming up. If I'm too slow with my transition, I'm probably going to start thinking about taking a wee breather. So don't. When you hear that buzzer go, get to your feet fast. Straight to your feet. And without even thinking, just go. Jump out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump out, jump in. Big jump straight into the next rep. You know the discomfort's going to end. It's going to end pretty damn soon. So keep going. Oh, walk around, please, catch your breath. Do not lie around. Right everyone, only two exercises. Only 2 exercises. Fast alternative V-sits. Burpee mountain climbers. Okay, we can see the finish line. Let's get there. Let's get there. Not in one piece. Give it your all. Let's go. Don't slow down. And when you get to these burpees, realise that you've got 30 seconds rest. Then it's just burpees. And then you're finished. So if there's a voice in your head trying to get you to slow down, trying to tell you to knock it down a peg, tell it to bugger off. And do a few extra reps, just for the sake of it. Stand by, react, up, straight up, stand up, straight down. No looking at the ceiling, no gasping for air, just go, and when you get up, go again. Now that is a mindset, nothing to do with fitness. If you can just get yourself to go again, throw yourself in the mix, throw yourself into the next rep, realise that it's going to end. Don't be the one to end it early. Good. 30 seconds rest. So get some of that air in, get some of that crap out. Right, okay, now 30 seconds. 30 seconds of work and you are done. Okay? So tell yourself that when you go into these now in 10 seconds time. Burpee mountain climbers. You give it your absolute everything. If you feel like taking a breath, don't. If you feel like gasping for air, don't. Control the head, let's go. Stand up tall with your big jump, land, and go straight into the next one. If you're gasping for air, good. It's a burpee and it's a mountain climber. Very dynamic. It's asking a lot of us. So don't slow down. If anything, speed up. Hit it hard. You're done after this. How good is it going to feel? Whoa. Right. Get up. it means walking on the spot, so be it. Give yourself 60 seconds to walk around, catch your breath, and by all means start tidying up, etc. I don't care what you do, but be active, okay? Be active. Don't sit down. Bring yourself back down. Remember the breathing. One big one in, two big ones out. A few of them, and you'll be back in the zone. You'll be in control. Now your heart rate's going to be elevated for some time. Because we're just giving ourselves a huge oxygen debt. That lack of oxygen from, when you're breathing out your bottom, so to speak, that doesn't go unaccounted for. Same with the calorie deficit. It doesn't go unaccounted for. Your body's still going to get it one way or another. So as a result, oh geez, what we're getting into this tonight. I love where these conversations go together. They go to weird and wonderful places. So many of you might have heard of the old afterburn effect. That's what we're talking about tonight. Okay, so you've created a huge oxygen deficit. Your body's not been getting enough oxygen in, especially in the likes of your burpees, big explosive movements. The movements you find yourself, like I say, the phrase breathing out your arse, breathing out your bottom. When you're really struggling to breathe and you keep working, okay, you're creating a huge oxygen deficit. That oxygen deficit needs to be made up for. That's where we get the whole afterburn from doing cardio strength or whatever they call it nowadays at whatever gym you go to. That oxygen deficit results in your heart rate being elevated for a period of time after the activity that you've just done. So again, with that heart rate being elevated, you're going to be burning calories, which is what it's all about, at an elevated rate, okay? Whereas if you're doing the likes of your steady state cardios and you're out to run, nice steady chilled run, you can maintain a conversation, you're not really struggling to breathe. In theory, if you had an infinite energy supply, you never need to stop. When you stop, that elevated heart rate doesn't stay elevated. The elevated calorie burn does not stay elevated, okay? It stops there and then when you stop. But the likes of HIIT, high intensity workout, okay, you can keep going, you get that afterburn effect of burning calories at an elevated rate after the workout's complete. So when you're sat tonight, watching the telly or whatever you do in your free time, have a look at your heart rate monitor, okay? You may just find it's a wee bit higher than what it is normally during you first thing in the morning, for example.